who have an education and have something good to offer with their lives. These are students who sit next to you in the classroom. You may not know it. You may not know that their immigration status is what it is today. But many of these students who are working hard, turning their assignments, hoping to get to the bachelor's degrees and the graduate degrees and the master's and the professional degrees, know at the end of the day there's no answer to the basic question, what are you going to do with this diploma in America? How can you find that job legally? Well, the answer is, under the law today, there is no way to find it legally. And that's what the DREAM Act is all about. The DREAM Act says to these students, and thousands like them, if you came here at a young age, if you finished school with an education, a college, high school diploma, if you have a good record, no problems with the law, good moral character, the things that we ask for, then we're going to give you a chance to become legalized in America. There are two paths to it, and they're voluntary. If you want to enlist in the military, that is one way. But if you will complete 2 years of college education, we will move you toward legal status in America. As I travel across this country, the city of Chicago, anybody here from the city of Chicago? All right, girl, good to see you. I have some people come up to me and they very quietly pull me over to the side and say, Senator, I'm counting on you for the DREAM Act. You've got to give me my chance. I haven't forgotten them, and I won't forget those who are here today. I promise you this, as long as I am the Senate, I will fight every day for the DREAM Act. I need your help. We need to reach out and bring more senators on board from your states. If you believe that this is an important matter of justice, you have to try to join ranks with people in churches and other civic organizations who will reach out to congressmen and senators and ask them for their help on the DREAM Act. We are getting ready to introduce it again. Senator Dick Lugar, a Republican of Indiana, is going to be my co-sponsor this year on it. And we need to make sure that when the issue of immigration comes before us, and it will, that the DREAM Act is the first item of business. We need justice for the young people in this country who want to give back to America, use their education, use their skills to build a good life and build a better nation. I want to thank the United States Student Association for being here today. I'm glad that you took the time. Behind you, that great dome was built during the Civil War.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. You probably read about it. There was a president at that time, another one from Illinois by the name of Lincoln. And when Lincoln came to this Capitol, we had just started the Civil War. The Southern senators and congressmen had left to form the Confederacy, and the Great War began, a war that claimed more American lives than most of the wars in our history combined. And they said to President Lincoln, you have to stop building this Capitol dome. It's using iron that we can use to build boats and cannons. We've got to make sure that that iron is put into the war effort. President Lincoln said no. We're going to continue. We're going to build this dome. We're going to finish this Capitol. We're going to tell the people across America this war will end someday, and we will all gather around this Capitol dome that will unite us. And people will come from every corner of this land after this war and say we can build a better nation. Today is your day. You come to this Capitol dome to tell those of us in public office we can have a better America for the students and the parents and the families across our nation. Thank you to the United States Student Association. Go do your job on Capitol Hill.
Let's hear it one more time for Senator Dick Durbin! What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Now I'd like to introduce Sophia Soranta, a student at the University of California, Los Angeles. Let's welcome her to the stage.
My name is Sophia, and I believe higher education should be accessible to all, regardless of race, sex, or status. I was brought to the U.S. when I was 6 years old, and I grew up here. I grew up with the belief that education is a priority, that education is a right, and that if you work hard,